Morning, everyone. So today I'm very excited to talk about this topic, office using employment growth across cities from 2000 to 2015. First of all, I would like to show you an example of the office space work environment in the 21st century. So this photo is an office building in Santa Monica provided by a new startup called WeWork, which offer, as you can see, this kind of open, creative, innovative, co-working environment, workspace for individual, for professional, young professional, and small startups. And so people pay like several $100s for renting a desk office, and in return they got this kind of a facility and like printing, internet, coffee, and most importantly, I think they get this kind of innovative environment to interact with other intellectual human beings. And I think that's what we need looking forward. So right now we can just work like a Google environment. We don't need to be in Google, yeah, something like that. So I'm guessing maybe we work with just like Uber and Airbnb become a disruptive force to disrupt the traditional industry. Okay, so what is office using employment in my presentation today? I use these three major sectors: information, financial activity, and professional and business services. Okay, keep in mind, not all the jobs in these three sectors are using office. And some jobs in other sectors, they might be using office. But by and large, for simplicity, I think this is three sectors are very good representative of office using employment. Okay, so in 2015, information sector had 2.8 million jobs. Financial activity, 8.1 million jobs. And professional and business service has the largest office using employment, almost 20 million. And they had these three subsectors: professional and technology services, management of company and enterprise, and administrative and web services. So totally, office using employment is about 31 million right now, which is about like 20% of the all total payroll employment in the United States. So right now, let me show you the employment change from 2000 to 2015 over the past 8 years. So information sector declined by 7%. So in the parentheses, you can see is a compound annual growth rate. So what's going on here in this sector? So you can see here, newspaper publishing declined by 20% jobs, and broadcasting declined by 10%. Telecommunication declined by 16%. So this is an example of how technology, internet disrupting the traditional industry. Okay, and movie and data, like data processing, internet, those kind of things, had seen increase in employment. And then financial activity over this past 8 years declined by 2%. Okay, mostly in the banking related to the mortgage services. As we know, after the subprime mortgage crisis, yeah, this is what we see. And professional and business service, very good. Over this period, increased by 10%. So produce about like 1.2% annually. Okay, so these subsectors. So let's look at the detail. So you can see legal declined by 4%, architect engineering declined by 1%. However, accounting increased by 5%, consulting increased by 32%, computer and design and other things increased by 33%. So they are doing very well. So finally, I want to show you this. What is this employment services sector, subsector? This is what we heard about a lot about this so-called temporary staffing agency. So right now, they become a larger subsector in this office using employment, 3.6 million. Over this period, increased by 5%. Yeah. Also, you can see from this kind of trend how our structure of the work change over time. So as a whole, office using employment increased by 5%. Not that good, right? But it's still better than total payroll employment growth during the same period. Okay, so next question is, why are we talking about office using employment here? Why? Okay, the answer is in this chart. This chart is the annual salary for major sectors. Okay, the blue bar is Los Angeles County, and the yellow bar is the United States. So you can see information sector is the highest paying sector. So on average, in 2014, the salary is about $100,000, followed by financial activity, $94,000, and then professional and business services, $70,000. So these three sectors are highest paying job sector with highest human capital, education, and skill. And average as a whole is $57,000. And here I want to show you the bottom two sectors here is education and healthcare services. For Los Angeles, $43,000. It's kind of surprising, right? You know, we saw healthcare pay pretty well, but keep in mind they do. But keep in mind in this number, 1/3 of the healthcare service employment are so-called home care assistant. You know, they got paid by Medicare, you know, and then they are very low paid job. So they pull down the average. And finally, we talk about the tourism boom, but keep in mind they also pay very low, $34,000, okay? One thing I want to remind everybody, when we talk about Los Angeles employment, which I will show you in a minute, a lot of job growth over the past several years are coming from these two sectors, you know, healthcare and leisure and hospitality. All right, so here, this is the chart of non-farm payroll employment percentage change over the two overlapping period. One is from December 2007, the beginning of the Great Recession, to September 2015. And the other one is a longer period going back to January 2000. Okay, so the dash, blue bar is from 2000 to 2015, over the past 16 years. So orange bar is the period over the past 8 years. So you can see these are the 22 metropolitan areas in the United States. So you can see on the top, okay, Austin, Houston, San Antonio. You know, if we just look at the orange bar, they are leading. Over the period, they increased by 20% of the total job. And you look at the middle, you can see San Francisco in the middle. San Francisco also have very decent job growth as a whole. And then going down, you can see San Jose also have that. San Jose, which is Silicon Valley. And where's Los Angeles? Los Angeles is here, okay? Not so good, but not so bad, in the middle. Okay, we have seen 2%, 3% overall growth over the period. Okay, much better than Cleveland and Detroit. All right, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. However, let's look at the office using employment percentage change. You know, like what I say, you know, highest paying job, high human capital sectors. Okay, again, let's just focus on orange bar. Again, you see Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, all Texas cities, you know, they're seeing tremendous growth, you know, actually even higher than the total payroll employment, like 30%, 35%, something like that. And you can see, again, Silicon Valley, San Jose, and San Francisco also had a very decent office using employment growth. So, okay, this is Los Angeles. Yeah. not so good, right? Because we had a negative growth during this period, okay, followed by Cleveland and Detroit. Yeah, but actually you look at above Los Angeles, which is New York and Chicago, they are not doing well, neither, okay, either. So I'm gonna talk about why in a minute, okay, because these are the three biggest metropolitan area in the United States. Okay, so here, let me show you a more clear dynamics over the past 16 years for office using employment percentage change. So again, you see this orange circle is Austin, off chart, leading all other cities. Okay, very good. And here I want to show you this very interesting red line is Silicon Valley, San Jose. Okay, you can see in the beginning, after the dot-com bubble bust, Silicon Valley has seen dramatic, very serious, job cuts during the 2002, 2003, 2004, and 5. Okay, much deeper decline than other metro. However, just over the past several years, 2 or 3 years, you see this kind of tremendous resurgence. So they are coming back bigly, okay? And then the green line is San Francisco. They had a similar pattern, also suffered serious employment decline after the dot-com bubble bust. And right now they are coming back. And the blue line is Los Angeles, Compared to Bay Area, we are much smoother. We don't see this kind of big volatile employment change. However, we are not really that kind of seeing this kind of resilient growth over the past 2 years or 3. Okay, so right now let's look at the detail of these 3 subsectors. This is information sector employment change. So again, you see, number 1, San Jose. Yeah, it's growing like crazy, 80%, 90% over the past 8 years. Okay, and then followed by Seattle, Austin. They are all high-tech, center. And it's kind of surprising. Most of the cities, major cities in the United States, has seen information sector decline. Okay, so why? Just show you, because this newspaper, traditional newspaper broadcasting, whatever, they are all totally challenged by this kind of new technology. Okay, and Los Angeles is in the middle. Okay, we have seen slightly decline because of that traditional sector, but we also have very strong Silicon Beach, and we have very good entertainment industry, Hollywood. So our decline is not as big as other metropolitan area. Okay, so this is finance sector. Okay, so again, you see, leading San Antonio, Austin, Dallas. Okay, over the past 8 years. And at the bottom, you can see Los Angeles County, actually, in terms of percentage, we had lost the largest employment in financial sector, and New York, and Chicago, and San Francisco. Okay, so you can see these cities are major cities in the United States, and they are the financial center in the United States. So my hypothesis is after the financial crisis, during the financial crisis, this big city, they got hit disproportionately because this kind of financial crisis, subprime mortgage, and this housing bubble bust. So that is why, and they suffer more, and also they also had a higher cost of living for worker and business. Yeah. All right. So professional and business services. Okay. So good thing, because you see the across the board, increase for most of the cities, over the past 8 years. Very good. And Los Angeles, unfortunately, is not, is not in the middle or in the leading status. It's kind of in the at the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, we still need to work on that. Okay. So anyway, so conclusion here. So again, these three photos on the top is also the WeWork office environment in Los Angeles. You can see, I would say this is something, we are gonna see human being working in this kind of co-working environment, creative, innovating, interacting, which is something I believe, robots, computer cannot replace. Yeah. Okay, so conclusion number one, we see a disparity in office using employment growth across cities over the past 8 years. Among most dynamic cities are San Jose and San Francisco due to the recent high-tech boom. However, keep in mind, Bay Area also has the high volatile employment cycle. Yeah, so that is the downside of that. Okay, and high growth office using city, including Austin, Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston, could be due to 4 major reasons: high tech, oil, low cost of living, and number 4, friendly environment for business. Yeah. Okay, and the 3 major metropolitan, New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago, have lower growth in office using employment, mostly due to the loss of the financial job after the financial crisis. And finally, facing the challenge of robot automation technology, I think the growth of the creative office using job will be very crucial to the prosperity of the American cities in the 21st century. Thank you very much.